Okay. All right, now go ahead and get ready.
All right, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and get started. Hello, welcome. It's so my goodness. Welcome to Black Revolutionary Theater Workshop July Melanated Monday. My name is Bianca and I'm going to be your MC for tonight. This month's show is obviously a little different. Usually we're on Zoom, but today we are in person and together, and I am excited. Tonight we are also fundraising to support BRTW's wonderful programming. This includes upcoming projects, our actors who are here. So please, if you find it in your hearts, please donate to our QR code, which we will provide for you shortly after the show. Or if you are at home, go to the link in the description or else they're recording. And yeah, tonight we have two wonderful pieces from BRTW's community members. One being an excerpt from BRTW's own Nico Gavia, who's right here. Excerpt from her play Ophelia, A Prism, which was last put up at Oberlin College in the spring of 2023. We also have a live acoustic performance from the Blackbird Poets. My two bandmates are right there. And that's about it for the rundown of today, but let me give you a little gist of who BRTW is and what we're trying to do here. BRTW exists to disrupt any and all oppressive systems that marginalize Black people, using narrative and performance as a methodology to recenter Black people and experiences. With economic, social, educational, healthcare, housing, and political injustice facing our community, BRTW aims to tackle the issues that impact us while becoming a beacon for Black opportunity within the arts. Those cars outside agree with me. Melanated Mondays themselves are a monthly writing and performance salon highlighting a different theme at the intersection of Black justice and civic engagement. This month's theme is, well, BRTW. As I mentioned before, tonight we are showcasing the wonderful community that will be supported through any generous donations. And with that, let's jump right into the show. Our first piece is Me and Grandpa, a short play by Robert T. Fields. Grandpa will be played by Timothy, Dorothy will be played by Ashley, Lenny will be played by Zavi, and stage directions will be read by the Kai. Thanks so much.
Knock at the door.
It's open.
Dorothy sweeps into the room. She is impeccably dressed. Every hair is in place. She spots Lenny but spins on her heels and addresses only Grandpa.
Hey Pop, sorry to just drop in like this, but I did try to call first.
My phone is on the charger.
Right. Your birthday's next month. I'll get you a spare battery. Anyway, I was in the area, so I brought Lenny's mail. Rumor has it, she occasionally leaves that sweaty culinary kitchen and visits with her grandfather.
Hi, Mom.
Grandpa spins Dorothy around to face Lenny.
Hi, honey. How's school?
This came for you.
Dorothy offers the letter. Lenny takes the envelope. The flap has been undone.
You opened my mail?
It's a letter of acceptance from yet another medical school. But since you have already chosen to go against my wishes, what does it matter?
Grandpa settles to the side table as a woman bickers. He turns up the bottle of sour wine, shakes off the effect of its acidity, and turns it up a second time.
This is private mail.
Why cooking school, Lenny? If you want to know how to cook, I'll buy you a Betty Crocker primer. Go to med school.
I want to be a chef's mother. This is professional training.
Fine. If you want to play chef, we'll find a book written by that fuzzy-headed guy who used to be on TV. What's his name? Alto something?
Mr. Alton Brown went to cooking school and now he's famous.
And I imagine he makes a pretty good dough.
Don't be insufferable, old man. I don't recall Mr. Alto Brown ever having paid a dime toward any of Lenny's undergraduate degrees. And believe me, organic chemistry books are not cheap.
Dorothy flops in the chair. Grandpa pours a glass of wine and offers it to Dorothy. He winks at Lenny.
The celebrity chef thing has played out, honey. What they really teach you at cooking school is how to trick folk into paying $30 for chitlin teriyaki over grits by serving it on a broken floor tile, dousing it with booze and setting it ablaze.
Inspired, Lenny makes a note. Dorothy rolls her eyes as she takes the wine glass from Grandpa. She spots the other 2 glasses on the table and gestures.
Are you two done with these? Waste not, want not.
Dorothy drains the other 2 bottles into her own and downs it. Grandpa and Lenny wait, but nothing happens.
This is really smooth. Merlot?
Look at what Grandpa forgot for me.
Lenny waves the box with a knife.
A new knife. Why are you encouraging her, Pop? Didn't you and I agree that her going to medical school is for the best?
Lenny glares at Grandpa.
I can't say I recall having that specific conversation, Dot, but given a choice, I would prefer to one day have my name plastered across the front of a successful restaurant, rather than it turning up on a green brass plate nailed to a hospital bench.
Honestly, you two are peas in a pod. But I want you both to remember something. Professional chefs work long hours and spend huge amount of time away from their families.
Oh, like doctors.
All things considered, I choose a scalpel over a paring knife.
Don't worry, Mother. I'll make you proud.
You do that.
Dorothy stands. Lenny and Dorothy exchange an awkward hug. Suddenly, Dorothy clutches Lenny to her chest.
Oh Lord, what has happened to my child? These hands, perhaps born to perform the most delicate of brain surgeries, will forever be used to shove herbaceous glop up and into the hind's ends of countless dead critters.
Dorothy releases Lenny.
Well, I've got to run. Thanks for the vino, Pop. Lenny?
Dorothy exits.
Has Mom always taken such a dramatic slant on life?
Well, to say the truth, she started Semper Fi babysitting when she was 14. Made a lot of money, too. Then again, she also drove 50 miles out of her way just to be in the area on the day that she knew we would likely be here.
And that's because you called her.
No, she called and asked. But answer me this. Why did you take all of those science classes and then apply to all of those medical schools if what you really wanted to be was a chef?
Someone twisted my arm and held a open checkbook to my head. I knew I'd actually get accepted. So where were we?
Soup.
No soup. I'll make you chicken and dumplings instead.
You can make chicken and dumplings as well, but I want soup.
Soup is out of the question.
You mean to tell me you can't use that really expensive, really sharp ave sato knife to thinly slice a few veggies for your dear old grandpa and simmer them in a light chicken broth with herbs?
I'll make you a stew. Maybe a bisque, but first we need to finish our shopping list.
Don't tell me that after 6 months at the Culinary Institute, you can't make a simple bowl of soup.
This isn't about if I can make soup. I can make soup. My stocks are stupendous. My broths are bodacious. This is about viscosity. You see, my soups are so good, you might faint. And I would feel terrible if you fell face first into your bowl.
Make the soup. I'll take my chances.
You will need to sign a waiver. I will not be held responsible if some of my thick, tender, homemade noodles get all stuck up in your nostrils.
So now you're saying that my nose is big?
Oh, your bathroom has a mirror, you tell me.
Come on, let's go. We'll finish your shopping on the way to the store.
Lenny holds out a hand, palm up.
I'll drive. You have to take notes.
Is Ophelia of Prism, written by, again, our very own Miyako Gavia. Orange Ophelia will be played by myself. Green Ophelia will be played by Zavi. Brass Ophelia will be played by Ayuba, and stage direction will be read by Dakaya. Trigger warnings include mentions of and allusions to death, reference to misogyny, and brief mention of blood/gore.
Act 2, Scene 1. The castle. Darkness, lights on the camera, on the field.
most of my life, I had no mother to tell me to be careful. Moore exited the world 7 years after I had entered it. She was sickly, defeated, unable to spare advice or warning. I was not allowed to see her as she died. I'm told her last words were,
"She's beautiful." They were meant as a gift. Those words looped around my neck like an umbilical cord. They've been strangling me ever since.
You're beautiful.
Far would echo, swinging me up and around in his arms. He would snatch a few moments from work to dote on my brother and me. To Laertes, he'd say,
There is a strong lad, or that's my clever boy, or look how brave you are. To me, it was my shining star, my golden girl, my lily petal.
I love him for it. Yet inside I shrank. I was an orchid, vibrant and strong, meant for the wild marshes, yet on display cultivated inside the house.
on my 9th birthday, I was given a China doll. Its face flawless, its lips red, its hair flaxen, its expression placid. I was to be her mother, and I took on the responsibility with the gravity it deserved. I fed her. I brushed her perfect hair. I laid her to sleep each night on my pillow. I took care of her with the solemnness and long-suffering a real mother would take. Until one day, after a particularly violent dream, I awoke to find my porcelain daughter on the ground, face down. Hesitantly, I turned her over and gasped at what I found. There was a long crack bisecting her face. It had split at the mouth and traveled downwards at both sides, turning her expression into a jagged frown. I could not bear to see my daughter sullied so. I banished her to the back of the toy box and ran to find my boy.
Laertes was gracious enough to comfort me after the tragedy of my doll and allowed me to play with him. He drew his sword and said he was fighting an imaginary dragon. I was to be the imperial princess waiting for rescue. I balked, but then he reminded me it was his game and not mine. So I sat and pretended to weep. I grabbed my hair, I gnashed my teeth. I cried out to him, "Save me!" All the while, deep down inside, I wanted to play the dragon. At the moment he downed the beast and raised his sword in the air to strike, I ran in, dropped to the ground, and roared at him. I arose, flapping my imaginary wings and breathing imaginary fire. Laertes, first taken back, found this an improvement. He chased me around the courtyard and into the woods, where we stopped at a willow overlooking a babbling brook. I climbed into a low branch, intent on leaping off and swooping down on my enemy. But then I went to jump, and I tripped on the hem of my dress and crashed upon the willow's roots. I felt the wind force out of my lung as I hit the ground. Then the pain came. My palms stung, my nose hurt. I felt something warm and wet trickling down my face. I wiped it away with the back of my hands.
I looked up at Laertes. His face was ashen, his mouth agape. He pointed at me and began to cry. Seeing his tears made me anxious. I went to look at my reflection in the water's edge. I screamed. There was a trickle of blood from my forehead down, bisecting my face. When I wiped away the blood dripping from my broken nose, I left twin smears down the sides of my mouth, leaving a frown and turning my face into 3 distinct pieces. I had done to myself what I had done to my daughter. I screamed. Our nurse's maid found us then. She scooped me up and scolded us all the way back home. When Far found out, he banned me from playing boys' games and punished Laertes for not taking better care of his sword.
Her beautiful face, Far said. I hope it doesn't scar.
It didn't. But from then on, I swore my nose was forever crooked. could stare at my face for hours in the looking glass, lamenting the now flawed reflection. My beautiful face had ruined my beautiful face. Despite my imperfections, I had no shortage of suitors as I aged. They were fresh-faced boys, grown men with beards, old men with graying hairs, all fighting for my hand. I was indifferent to all of them, save one.
Hamlet made me feel intelligent. He called me well-read and a fascinating mind. He called me witty, charming, needle-sharp. Only when he pulled me close did he call me beautiful.
Hamlet is a man in grief. His grief has taken over him like it has taken over me. His far is dead. His uncle, king, and I, who dreamed of having this brilliant man all to myself, am left with a wounded beast who stumbles and lashes out at random.
A woman is nothing without a man to lead her. My bror is leaving. My far is consumed with the affairs of state, and my beloved is in sway to the dead. My far, my bror, my beloved, they are my stewards, they are my lords. I am myself, yet I do not belong to myself. I am undone without their love. They have rattled the orchid on the windowsill, and she is in danger of tipping.
No one is here to save me. I must try to save myself.
Our last piece for tonight is a live acoustic performance by the Blackbird Poets once again. We have Cyril Manfo, Max Volade, and myself, Mark Berger, for here. Please enjoy.
I'll be back, you'll be waiting when you feel the magic in me, will you an original song of ours called Wendy. It is actually out on streaming platforms, so you can listen to it if you want to. And here's another original song of ours.
It's called Icarus.
I'm chasing after ecstasy. I follow you in circles if you feel me. Will you feel me? I'm waiting on the break of dawn for unfiltered sunlight. It could heal me. Will you feel me? I wanna touch the sky. Remember I'm alive. I say we finally break some rules. I will close my eyes and lean towards the sky. Free my wings and stretch them wide. I'm falling for the view of the ocean floor. I can hold my breath and go where the wind goes. If you give me just look out, I'm addicted to it, and I want more. I'm so.
Call me Icarus. They say I chase a dream until it kills me. Let it kill me. The burning breeze may singe my wings, but I would change the sky if it would heal me. Do you feel me? I wanna ride the rail. Tired of the maze. One day the broken shall break through. And I will close my eyes and lean towards the skyline. Free my wings and stretch them wide. I'm falling for the view of the ocean floor. I will hold my breath and go where the wind goes. If you need me, just look up. I'm addicted to the myth, and I want more. I saw. Closer to the sun, the brighter you'll become. It's worth the risk. I'll find my shine. Hold my head up high toward the sunlight. Chase away the dark of night. I might just shine too brightly to ignore. Prayers on my tongue, I'm addicted to it, and I want more. And I close my eyes and lean towards the skyline. Free my wings and stretch them wide. I'm falling for the view of the ocean floor. I will hold my breath and go where the wind goes. If you need me, just look up. I'm addicted to it, and I want more. I saw. This song is called Jump. It is on its way to be released shortly. Before we play it, we'll also be playing it at the Delancey. Next Saturday, we have our first live gig in New York at the Delancey, which is on Delancey Street off the F. If you're at home or if you're in the room and you want to come, you can get you some tickets. Enjoy Jumps. Hey. risky feeling. Butterflies that lead to healing. Shoulders shake, I'm quaking. If you jump, then I will jump into your arms. Come on and take me under. Taste adventure, strike the thunder. Right until the summer is just as if you say jump, then I will jump.
Mama told me not to listen to the excuse of my friends. If they jump, you gotta jump and you stay safe. Suddenly I feel the danger all around me, and she says, if they jump, you never jump and take a place amongst the stars. Who you are is out here waiting for a star.
Jump into a risky feeling. Butterflies that lead to healing. Shoulders shake, I'm quaking. If you jump, then I will jump into your arms. Come on and take me under. This adventure, strike the thunder. Right until the summer is just as if you say jump, then I will jump. 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 It's just as if you say jump, then I will jump. It's so funny when you never know you're in it till you are. You just take a leap of faith and that's your start. Start a song with me and play it till we're running out of bed. You just take a leap of faith and you go further, go further. The ground will never touch back down. Jump into a risky feeling. Butterflies that lead to healing. Shoulders shake, I'm waking. If you jump, then I will jump into your arms. Come on and take me under. This adventure, strike the thunder. Right until the summer is just as if you say jump, then I will jump, 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 jump. Everybody makes some noise. You know the beat is sweet when you rock it with your life. You're making force, so I can hear y'all shout. And it's the hot rain streets, it's time to bring those out. You know I've been there, living the life that's in the room while they all say the boys they hide and hiding behind my own place. Letting me breathe and talk and see the future right in front of me. Now it takes a big leap. Nice to hear the rest of the ride. You hope behind you never think off. Cut her life to be surprised to me. So you find me to the door. Time to turn and take the Lord right this morning. This part. We got the fire and I'm the star. That's the reason I'm taking off. Never would have made it without God and what he promised me. Living your life with your quality over quality. Everything you say about my family don't bother me. My prophecy, you gotta see it through my prophecy. Jump into a risky feeling. Shoulders shake, I'm waiting. If you jump, and I will jump into your arms. Come on and take me under. Taste your adventure, strike the thunder. Right until the summer is shines. As if you say jump, then I will. It's just as if you say jump, then I will jump. I will jump. And I will jump. Just as if you say jump, then I will jump.
That's the end of our formal programming, but before we let you go for tonight, we just wanted to give you a little spiel about the different programs that we have here at BRTW. Tim and Miyako, if you would like to join me up for our spiel, I'll give you a second to come to the podium.
Gotta open the spiel document.
Yes.
You want to go first?
Sure. Before I give you the spiel, I want